Hey guys, I'm Amber. I'm the NOLA Vegan Girl. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that recently I did a period of 2 weeks where I did mostly raw food. I had a little bit of cooked food in there just one night trying my husband's curry. But other than that, it was fully raw. It was mostly raw because I still had orange juice, which is pasteurized, but it was mostly raw. And some people were curious about what results I received and how I felt on it. So I thought I would make a video to go ahead and just address everything that I experienced while on it. First thing was my digestion was great. Every day, everything went through. It was wonderful. I felt so light and I felt so just good and clean, and it was digestion was great. Also, my skin prior to going raw was pretty bad. I was having a lot of breakouts and I couldn't figure out what it was from because I usually eat 95/5, 80/10/10 at the worst. So I couldn't figure out where these skin problems were coming from. I was having a lot of breakouts. But while I was raw, it cleared up like almost instantly. The first week, it was a lot better. And I really liked that. Also, something I experienced was my endurance level during physical activities. I work out pretty consistently, pretty hard. A lot of high intensity training, and my endurance was just phenomenal. And I attribute that to feeling lighter. When I felt lighter, I felt lighter on my feet during physical activity as well, and it was easier for me. I didn't feel like I was carrying as much weight as I do when I'm not eating raw. Um, One thing that changed that was kind of strange was my eye color. And I know a lot of people tell me, oh, Fully Raw Christina, she just did a video on eye color changing. And I get that, but she's done it for years. And this was after a period of only 2 weeks, and my eyes dramatically changed. It was unexpected for me to have it happen that fast, and that's why it was surprising to me, but it did. My eyes are green, and they went from a darker shade of green to a lighter shade of green. It was difficult for me to get in all of my calories doing just raw. um, I didn't have a large selection of fruit to choose from, and I don't particularly like bananas. I don't. I'll eat them. I like them in banana ice cream, but I don't want to eat that all the time. So it's hard for me to get all of my calories in to get to the 3,000. I tried most of the time. I was between 22 and 2,700 calories a day. Um, but so on the days where it was less, of course I was more hungry, but I was eating constantly, and I still wasn't able to get in all of the calories. I mean, I found it really difficult. Um, so also on the days that I couldn't get all the calories in, or the next day really, because you eat for the next day, I did find myself having cravings for cooked food. I remember one day I came home from work and I was just so ravenous. I was so hungry for just rice. That's all I wanted was rice. I was dreaming about it all day. Even though I was eating a bunch of fruit, I wanted rice so bad. I came home and I put on a pot of rice in the rice cooker. And while I was waiting for that, I decided to go ahead and eat some fruit. So I started eating, I don't remember what it was. I think it was watermelon. I started eating my watermelon. And about a quarter of the way through the watermelon, the rice was still cooking. I realized that I was just hungry. Like, I just needed more fruit. I needed more sugar. So I didn't, I ended up not eating the rice that night. My husband ate it. But I felt like an animal. Like, I needed something. And, it was just because I was hungry and I didn't realize. I thought it was just a craving. But that goes to show you, even on Raw Till 4, these cravings that you get them because you need more carbs. It's not necessarily because you want that bad food. It's just because you need more carbs in your body. Automatically goes back to whatever it is that you were used to eating. So if you were used to eating hamburgers, that's what your body craves, just because that's naturally what you would put in it whenever you were hungry. So for me, whenever I'm hungry on Raw Till 4, I always eat rice. So when I was hungry on the raw diet, my body automatically started craving rice, and that's just the way that your body works, which is why you got to get away from all the hamburgers and stuff, starting with rice and bananas if you like them, and that'll help. Weight loss. Everybody asks about this. This seems to be the most important thing to everyone, is how much weight did you lose? I mean, I was only doing it for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks you can't really lose a lot of weight. I mean, if you do, it's only going to be water weight, and it's not so much about weight loss for me. Yes, I want to lose weight. Yes, I am overweight. I'm doing this ultimately to look good. I mean, everyone does that. But for me, it's more about health. I have a lot of health problems, and I want to fix all that. So for me, it's more about health and less about weight loss. But yes, while I was on the raw diet for 2 weeks, I did lose 8 pounds. Whoop-de-doo, 8 pounds. Once I started eating cooked food again, I brought back on 3 of those pounds. Just goes to show you that it's just water weight. It doesn't really matter. My belt that I wear, I lost 1 notch in it. You know, you go down 1 hole, and I'm still at that 1 hole. Even though I started eating cooked food again, even though I gained those 3 pounds back, I'm still 1 notch down. So the weight doesn't really matter, and you shouldn't fixate on it. I have a scale. I weigh myself just because I like to kind of track it from my mind, and I use it also to gauge how much water I've had the day before. Not so much how much weight am I losing, because it doesn't really matter in the big picture. Like, that'll catch up if you focus on your health and you focus on your diet and you make sure that you're exercising consistently. It'll catch up. It'll come. You just have to be patient, and you have to wait for it. You know, you can't rush it. If you rush it and you get that weight loss that you're looking for, it's going to come back. And it's going to come back more. So you just got to calm down and relax, and don't worry so much about the weight loss. It'll happen. Treat your body right, and your body will treat you right. So overall, it was a good experience. I do like eating raw. It's difficult for me to do it, just again, because it's hard to get the calories in, and it is more expensive. I know people are like, oh, you know, it's not really that expensive, and you gotta invest in your health, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I get that, but if you don't have the money, you don't have the money, and that's just where it lies. It's a lot cheaper to buy bananas and rice, and it's a lot cheaper to buy just rice. I can get a 50-pound bag of rice that'll last me and my husband for months for $20, and $20 will only get me a box of bananas. You know, that'll last a week. Or $20 will, where I live, you know, I'll get 2 packs of dates, which is about 60 dates, which will last us, what, a week, 2 weeks? Nothing. It's just, it's hard to buy just raw. When I can, I do. You know, if I see something on sale, like a watermelon. A watermelon right now will cost me about $8. That'll feed me twice. So, it's more expensive. Do it if you can. If you can get all your calories in. I couldn't do it. It's a great experience. It brings you all these amazing health benefits. But for me personally, the best diet for me right now, where I am in my life, is Raw Till 4. And I believe in my heart that I will get the same results from Raw Till 4 that I would have gotten if I stayed raw. So you just have to figure out what works for you. Try it, see how you like it. I definitely think everyone should try it. It's an awesome thing to experience, the lightness, the airiness. I don't think many people experience that. I know a lot of people say when they first go vegan that they have this mental clarity, which I experienced too, and then going raw, you have that as well. It's like another level. It's not as powerful, but it's just, you just feel clean and more connected to the earth. So I would say everyone should try it. I liked it. I can't sustain on it. I can't live that way. It's too expensive and it's too difficult, and I'm much more satisfied eating a huge bowl of rice at the end of the day. And it's a lot easier for me to get my calories in, which is most important to me, is making sure I'm carved up enough to live the lifestyle that I want to live. Comment, like this video, share the message, and subscribe. I'm going to try to get more videos out soon, and I hope you like them. Thanks!